You think doing 100 burpees a day is just another fitness challenge? It sounds simple at first. Drop down, push up, jump, repeat. But after just a few minutes, your body starts telling you the truth. Burpees do not care how confident you felt before you started. Your lungs start burning. Your heart feels like it is trying to punch its way out of your chest. Your arms shake, your legs feel heavy, like someone tied weights to them. And the worst part? You look down and realize you are nowhere close to 100. That is when the challenge becomes real. In this video, Hidden Health Science is going to walk through what really happens when someone does 100 burpees every day for 30 days. The first few reps feel easy, then the soreness hits, then the doubt shows up. But slowly, something changes. Your body starts to adapt, you recover faster, you breathe better, you move cleaner. You get stronger, not just physically, but mentally too. But here is the real question. Is doing 100 burpees every day actually worth it? And if you want to try it, how do you start without completely burning yourself out? Day one usually starts with way too much confidence. You see the number 100 and think, okay, that sounds hard, but I can probably handle it. The first 10 reps feel pretty good, maybe even easy. You feel athletic. You feel strong. You start thinking maybe you were worried for no reason. Then rep 12 shows up, and everything changes. Your breathing gets messy, your chest gets tight, your heart starts pounding, your body heats up fast. Suddenly, you realize burpees are not just one exercise. They are squats, planks, push-ups, jumps, and cardio all packed into one brutal movement. That is why they hit so hard. They do not just work one muscle. They go after almost everything at once. Your chest, shoulders, arms, core, legs, lungs, and mind all get tested at the same time. A lot of people do not finish 100 reps on the first day. Maybe you only make it to 30. Maybe you need to stop, walk around, and wonder why you ever thought this was a good idea. But that is not failure. The goal of day one is not to be perfect. The goal is to start. You learn where your fitness really is, not where you hoped it was, not where your ego said it was, where it actually is. And you also learn one important thing very quickly. This challenge is going to be much harder than it looked. The next day is when your body sends the bill. You wake up and everything hurts. Your shoulders are sore, your chest feels tight, your thighs are heavy, your core is aching. Even your glutes and calves decide to join the conversation. Getting out of bed feels harder than the workout itself. Bending down is a problem. Standing up is a problem. Sitting on the toilet feels like a full body test. This is where a lot of people quit. Not because they are weak, they just were not ready for how much soreness one workout could create. Burpees wake up almost everything at once. Your legs, arms, chest, core, lungs, and even your lower back all get pulled into the work. So the soreness does not stay in one spot. It spreads. But day two is not just about pain. Day two teaches you something important. Recovery matters. If you slept badly, ate poorly, or pushed your body without giving it any real rest, this challenge gets much harder fast. You cannot survive a 30-day burpee challenge on willpower alone. You need sleep, you need food, you need water, you need to let your body repair. Because getting stronger does not happen only while you train. It happens when your body gets the chance to recover from what you just put it through. By day 3, your body is still stiff. You are still sore. You still feel every step. But it is not the same shock as day 2. You no longer feel completely broken. Now it feels more like your body is waking up. Every move is a little sharp, a little uncomfortable. But it also reminds you that you have been using muscles you probably ignored for a long time. This is the point where you learn not to wait until you feel perfect. Because if you wait until there is no soreness, no tiredness, and no resistance, you may never start again. So you move, but you move smarter, you slow down, you break the workout into small sets, maybe 10 reps at a time. You breathe better. You stop trying to attack all 100 burpees like you are going into battle. And then something surprising happens.
Sometimes I wonder
After
why
you
I
start
push
moving,
myself like
your body
this.
does not feel worse.
But then I
It
remember
may
what's at
actually
stake.
feel a little better. The stiffness loosens up, your breathing settles down. The soreness is still there, but it does not control you the same way. You are still tired, yes, but now you can feel progress. This is where your body starts learning how to handle the work. By day 4, something changes. The first 10 reps do not feel like a death sentence anymore. Your heart still pounds, you still sweat, you still breathe hard, but your body does not panic right away. You can do more reps before you need to stop. You recover a little faster between sets, and for the first time, you may actually finish all 100 burpees. That feeling is different. You are still tired, of course, but you are not lying on the floor wondering why you did this to yourself. You might even think, maybe I could do a few more. That is a big sign. It does not mean burpees got easy. They did not. It means you got a little stronger. Then, day 5 hits, and you start to understand something else. Burpees are not just pain. They are a skill. You start landing softer, your push-ups look cleaner, your breathing has a rhythm, you are not throwing your body around and wasting energy anymore. You begin to control the movement. That is a huge shift. At first, you were just trying to survive every rep. Now you are actually learning how to do the exercise better, and that is when the challenge starts to change. It is no longer just about suffering through 100 burpees. It becomes about getting better at them. After 1 week, 100 burpees are still hard. Let's not pretend they suddenly become easy, but they do not feel impossible anymore. That is the big difference. You know when the burn is going to hit. You know when your breathing will get rough. You know where you need to slow down. You know how to break the reps into smaller sets so you do not crash too early. A week ago, just thinking about 100 burpees felt heavy. Now, it still takes effort, but it feels like effort you can handle. You do not walk into the workout wondering, can I even finish this? Now you know you can finish. The only question is how clean you can make it, how steady you can stay, and how long it will take. This is also where your endurance starts to show up. You need less rest, your breathing comes back faster. Your muscles are still tired, but they are not screaming like they were in the first few days. You are still working hard, but you are not getting crushed anymore. And mentally, that is a huge win, because you have already made it past the point where most people quit. By week 2, your body does not fight back as hard. The first 10 reps no longer shock you. The first 50 are still tough, but they do not feel like punishment anymore. Your lungs still burn, sweat still runs down your face. Your heart still works hard, but you are no longer dropping to the floor after every set, staring at the ceiling, questioning every decision that brought you here. Now, your form starts to clean up. Your push-ups are not just your chest falling toward the floor anymore. Your jumps are not weak little hops. You actually leave the ground. Your breaks get shorter. Your movement gets smoother. You stop wasting energy by panicking through every rep. That is when you know your body is adapting. Your muscles are getting stronger. Your cardio is getting better. Your recovery between sets is faster. And maybe the biggest change is this. You start to believe you can actually finish the whole month. Not because the challenge got easy, but because you are becoming the kind of person who can handle it. By the middle of the month, something quiet changes. You do not need to hype yourself up as much anymore. You do not need to watch another motivational video. You do not need the perfect mood. You do not need to feel amazing before you start. You just do it. That is what happens when something becomes part of your day. You already know it is going to be hard. You already know you are going to sweat. You already know there will be a moment where your body wants to stop, but you also know you can get through it. That is the power of habit. When you repeat something long enough, your brain stops arguing with it so much. At this point, 100 burpees are not just a challenge anymore. They are part of your routine. And now you start competing with yourself. Can you finish a little faster than yesterday? Can you take one less break? Can you keep your push-ups clean? Can you land softer? Can you stop cheating the reps when you get tired? This is where the challenge changes again. It is no longer just about doing 100 burpees. It becomes about doing 100 burpees better. By the end of 30 days, the biggest change is not just your muscles. Yes, you may feel stronger, you may look a little leaner, you may have better endurance, but the deeper change is how you look at hard things. A month ago, 100 burpees sounded almost crazy. It felt like something only super fit people could do. Now, you have done it again and again, around 3,000 burpees in 1 month. That changes something in your head. Your stamina is better. Stairs feel easier. Running does not make you gas out as fast. Your sets move quicker. You do not collapse on the floor after every workout like you did in the beginning. Your body recovers faster. Your breathing feels more controlled. Your movement looks cleaner. But this challenge teaches you more than fitness. It shows you how fast the body can adapt when you give it enough time, enough repetition, and enough recovery. The first few days can feel awful. There is no way around that. But if you do not quit the second it gets uncomfortable, you start seeing progress faster than you expected. And that is the real reward. Not just doing 100 burpees, but realizing you became the kind of person who could keep going when it got hard. If you have never done burpees before, do not jump straight into 100 reps a day. That is how a lot of people burn out fast. Start where your body is right now. Maybe that means 20 burpees, maybe 30. That is fine. Break them into small sets. You could do 5 reps, rest, then do 5 more. Or try sets of 10 if that feels okay. Once your body starts handling that better, move up to 40, then 50, then slowly work toward 100. The first goal is not speed. The first goal is good form. Plant your hands firmly. Keep your body controlled. Do not let your push-ups turn into a full body collapse. When you jump, land soft. Do not slam into the floor. And when you get tired, slow down. Do not get sloppy just to hit a number. You also need to listen to your body. Normal muscle soreness is one thing. That can happen. But sharp pain, joint pain, dizziness, nausea, or unusual shortness of breath is different. If that happens, stop. A challenge is only worth doing if it makes you healthier. It is not worth it if it leaves you injured. So, is doing 100 burpees every day for a month worth it? For someone who already has a decent fitness base and knows how to pace themselves, maybe yes. It can build endurance, it can build strength, it can build discipline, and it definitely teaches mental toughness. But if you are new, the goal is not to rush into 100 reps just because it sounds intense. The goal is to start at the right level. Build slowly, sleep well, recover properly. Keep your form clean. Burpees are hard. That is the point, because when something is that hard, you can actually feel yourself changing day by day. On day 1, you might only make it to 30 reps. But if you stay consistent, there may come a day when 100 burpees no longer scares you. And that is a powerful feeling. If this video helped you, subscribe to Hidden Health Science and leave a comment below. How many burpees can you do right now? Share this with someone who needs a new challenge to get moving again.